Let's try and solve this interesting looking limit here. So we're tasked with solving or evaluating the limit as x approaches pi over 6 of 4x sine x minus pi over 3 all over x minus pi over 6. Now, normally what you would do is you would plug in pi over 6 to everywhere you see an x in this fraction and then solve. However, as you can see the denominator, if you plugged in pi over 6 to x minus pi over 6, that would give you a 0 in the denominator, and we can't have that. Now, you could use L'Hopital's rule, but that's a different story. So let's try and use this concept instead. So what this is that the derivative of a function, let's just say h of x, is really just equal to the limit as x approaches a of h of x minus h of a over x minus a. And as you can see, this initial fraction we're given here is in that form. You have our function h of x minus pi over 3. Now, pi over 3 is the result when you plug in pi over 6 into 4x sine x. And then all over x minus a. In this case, our a would be pi over 6. So in this case, all we have to do is just solve for the derivative of h of x, because that's really what the equivalent of this expression would, or of this limit would be, the derivative. So essentially, let's just say that h of x is equal to 4x sine x. To find the derivative, we could use product rule, where we would multiply, in this case, as you can see, 4 times the sine x. Now, 4 is the derivative of 4x, and so you would multiply the derivative of this first part, 4x, by sine x, and then you would add 4x times the derivative of the second part being sine. Derivative of sine is cosine, or derivative of sine x is cosine x. So this would be your product rule. You take the derivative of one, multiply by the other, and then take the derivative of the other, multiplied by the original one. I know it sounds a little weird, but essentially this is what your result would be. And then after that, all you have to do is plug in pi over 6 into this derivative expression here, and that would leave you with this long expression here. So sine of pi over 6 is just a half. 4 times a half is 2. And then continuing on over here, cosine of pi over 6 is square root 3 over 2. And then when multiplying this all out, you would be left with your 2 as you got here. And then you could reduce these numbers here because in the denominator you have 2 times 6 or 6 times 2, which will give you 12. You'd have 4 over 12, which is just 1/3, times pi times square root 3. So adding these all together, you get 2 plus pi root 3 over 3 as your final answer.